It's 10 away from 7 o'clock. Welcome back to Morning Barbados. As promised, we're going to talk now about the book. Life is full of difficult decisions, so go ahead and make them. This is the book. This is the second book in 10 years. The first one focused on money. It was called Money Talks. Let's give you a good look at the book right there. Leroy Straker is in with us, and he's going to tell you all about the book launch and certainly what's encapsulated in this book. So good morning, welcome.
Good morning to you, Cassandra. Good morning, Colin. Nice to see you. Your tie is looking pretty good. Almost as pretty as mine.
I know this is going to be a nice little tie exchange, so go ahead. I'll wait.
Yeah, well, that's a very fine tie.
Thank you very much.
Well, like my son would say, that's a very fine tight.
Trust sale.
Yeah.
So the first book, Money Talks, that did very. I remember talking with you on one of the CBC's programs, Chat Room, about that particular book. So tell us about it. Maybe we can share that one as well.
Money Talks. Listen, well, yeah.
How did that go?
Money Talks did pretty well. I wrote that in 2001 actually, and it did pretty well on the market. It talks about, you know, the aspect of earning, saving, spending and investing, and that was about 10 years ago. And that came as a result of the seminars that I used to do on personal finance management. But I decided, you know, some person has been asking me about doing a continuation of money and Money Talks and that sort of thing. But the basics of money don't really change, you know. Even though we have the financial meltdown and the challenges in the last 3 years or so, the basics of money remain the same. The whole aspect of earning, saving, spending judiciously, and investing. So I thought, you know, I wouldn't do another book on money, you know, because those things remain the same.
And if it's there, it could probably still apply to what's on.
Yeah.
And the book is still selling, as a matter of fact. So I thought I'll, you know, look at another topic, a motivational type topic, and so I came up with Life is Full of Difficult Decisions, Make Them. And in life, we make decisions every day, as a matter of fact. I made a decision to come here this morning and talk about this book.
Very good one, too.
You know, you made a decision to get up this morning and come to work, and there are people who make decisions that are not so good.
But those are kind of like easy decisions to do.
The not so good ones?
No. The ones like that we made. You know, get up and come here, get up and go to work, that sort of thing.
That's the responsible responsible thing.
No brainers. When you have really tough ones now, is it as easy as saying to somebody, yo, let's go ahead and make that decision. What are you waiting for? Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, the decisions are tough ones, really, and life is full of those, and we have to make those. If we want to progress in life, we have to be able to make these decisions, though tough. Like, for instance, in the book I talk a lot about fitness, health and fitness. I talk about marriage and money. I talk about retire or refire, you know, and those are decisions that people have to make, especially in the area of fitness. You know, some persons, you know, because of the situation nowadays, want to lose 70 and 80 pounds, but they don't want to get up and exercise on mornings. They still want to eat everything out there. So the book tells us something about making these decisions that are so necessary, even though they're tough decisions. Decisions to marry, decisions to go and study, decisions to have children, you know. We make decisions every day. So the book gives an insight into how we can make these decisions and how we can, you know, make wise decisions that can put us really in winner's row.
Does it also tell you how to recover from perhaps a not so good decision made?
Yeah, basically I mentioned a little bit about that because I had some interviews with persons who I spoke with many years ago, and some of their stories are in these books. So some things that they have done and didn't do too well, but they have been able to, you know, make adjustments along the way and come up with winnable decisions. So the book is looking at all these things that we do in life, how we can make these decisions, even though some are tough, even though some may be wrong that they did 8 years ago. The idea is to make this rebound. So the book teaches you how to make this rebound, you know.
So how is it written? Is this like a guide? Does it give you step by step on how you can go about making a decision that is causing you some sleepless nights or something like that?
Yeah, well, I have some suggestions. In the back of the book, I made a couple of suggestions. I tell people to know what you want. Set clear goals with time plans for their completion. 2, you can turn obstacles and past failures into an impetus for success. See possibilities where others see only problems and impossibilities. Be persistent. So these are some suggestions that I give people in the book, how they can get over these things, you know, and they need to be associating themselves with people who are winners as well. You know, you have to be associating yourself with persons who are willing to help you, who are willing to take your hand and guide you through life. Because if you associate with persons who have a negative and a pessimistic view, it's not going to work for you. You know?
So let's look at the launch now. When are we launching it?
Well, I'm looking at getting it launched sometime in the not too distant future. I haven't got a date as such set, but it's also in bookstores right now. It is in all bookstores all throughout Bridgetown. It is in bookstores in Oystons. It is in places like Days Books, Cloister Bookstore, Pages, The Book Place, Free Spirit Supplies, and persons can go and purchase it. I know that persons associate me really with the aspect of money, and money management and personal finance management. But this one is giving people this drive and this inspiration to get up and do things, make the decisions, see how you can make wise decisions, because the type of decisions we make now in life are going to determine the lifestyle we have 40 or 50 years from now. And there are persons who made some very unwise decisions and regretted them, and their lives are in squalor. But if we put our heads together and make wise decisions now, life will be grand and great for us in the future.
So would this, sorry Cass, would this be applicable to young, middle,
sure,
or
across the board,
spectrum?
across the board. As a matter of fact, I tell you this, one lady reported to me just a week and a half ago that she was reading the book and it's too short.
Yeah, it looks like an easy read as well.
I try to make my books as simple as possible.
They look almost exactly in the same size.
Yeah, the same size. As a matter of fact, they just run about 70 pages each, but 70 pages of important information. And I prefer to have a book that is short and spicy and have people wanting more than to have a book that is long and people choose more.
And they never finish it. So listen, today is October 3rd. You have a list of suggestions in the back of the book. Maybe you can share 3 with our viewer.
Yeah, be persistent. And whatever you do, like I talk about this weight loss and this whole exercise program, I work with a team of senior citizens now. Senior citizens, a team of people anyhow, with a sports group called BAMSAT. And, we've seen people come there to do some exercises at the University of the West Indies. And those people came there with the intention to lose weight, to get fit and all that. But, it was a struggle for them at first, in the first 4 weeks. But after persistent practice, running the pasture, doing the coach's instructions, they begin to lose weight, and it's pretty good. So this idea of being persistent is gonna work for you. Because I said the only real failure is giving up.
Okay. Seconds to give us those other 2 suggestions.
Okay, give back and give thanks. Give back and give thanks. And the last one, making decisions calls for exercising courage. Okay. Very important.
Indeed. Well, thank you very much. I'm sure that when the launch date is set, you will let us know and we will share with our viewers. And
Excellent.
Of course, we wish you all the success with this one as you had with Money Talk. Listen, so life is full of tough decisions. Go ahead and make them.